I was 22 years old, standing in my first apartment, staring at a shopping list I couldn't afford. Rent had cleaned me out. I had maybe $40 left for groceries, toiletries, and whatever else adults were supposed to buy. Then I got to the laundry aisle. $12 for a jug of detergent. $12. That was meals for 3 days. I called my Aunt Patti. She raised 4 kids on a factory worker's salary. If anyone knew how to stretch a dollar, it was her. She didn't give me money. She gave me something better. She told me to buy 3 things from the store and come over to her house Sunday morning. That Sunday, she taught me how to make a 5-gallon bucket of laundry gel that cost about $5 in materials and lasted her family of 6 an entire year. I am now in my 50s. I have not purchased laundry detergent since that Sunday in 1994. Not once. In 30 years. The recipe she taught me didn't come from the internet. It came from her mother-in-law, a woman named Ruth, who raised 7 children during the Depression and figured out that store-bought soap was a luxury she could absolutely live without. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what Aunt Patti showed me. The 3 ingredients. The simple technique. The overnight trick that turns cheap minerals into a gel that cleans better than anything in a plastic jug. And then I'm going to explain why the companies selling you $20 detergent really hope you skip this video. Aunt Patti's kitchen table that morning had 3 items on it: a yellow box, a green box, and a bar of plain soap. "That's it," she said. "That replaces every detergent bottle you will ever buy for the rest of your life." I thought she was exaggerating. She wasn't. Here's what Ruth figured out back in the 1930s, that the detergent industry has spent decades trying to make you forget. Cleaning fabric is not complicated chemistry. It requires exactly 3 things. You need something alkaline to break down body oils and lift them off the fibers. You need something that softens hard water so minerals don't lock grime onto your clothes. And you need actual soap, not synthetic detergent, real soap, to grab grease and rinse it away. That's the whole science. 3 functions, 3 ingredients. Everything else in a detergent bottle is water, dye, and fragrance designed to make you feel like something complicated is happening. Ruth couldn't afford to pay for scented water, so she learned what actually cleans clothes. She taught her daughter-in-law. Her daughter-in-law taught me, and now I'm teaching you. Let me show you exactly what to buy. First, washing soda, the yellow box. Arm & Hammer Super Washing Soda. You'll find it in the laundry aisle at any grocery store or Walmart for about $4. This is sodium carbonate. When it dissolves in water, it creates a high pH solution that physically breaks the bond between oil and fabric. This is the muscle of the recipe. This is the molecule the synthetic detergent industry exists to replace because it's a natural mineral you can't patent. Second, borax, the green box. 20 Mule Team Borax. Same aisle, bottom shelf, about $5 for a 4-pound box. Borax is mined from ancient lake beds in California. Its job is softening your water. Most tap water in this country is hard, meaning it's full of dissolved calcium and magnesium. Those minerals grab onto soap and form sticky residue that makes clothes feel stiff and look dull. Borax neutralizes those minerals before they can interfere. Without this ingredient, you're washing your clothes in liquid rocks. Third, a bar of real soap. Not body wash, not a beauty bar, actual soap. Aunt Patti used Ivory because it was cheap and pure. I use Dr. Bronner's Castile soap now, about $4 a bar. Kirk's Castile works great too, around $2. Any plain, unscented bar soap made from vegetable oils or animal fats will do the job. This is the surfactant, the molecule that grabs grease and dirt and carries it down the drain. 3 items. Total cost roughly $13 up front. But here's the thing. You won't use the whole box of washing soda. You won't use the whole box of borax. You'll use 1 cup of each. The rest stays in your cabinet for the next batch and the batch after that. Effective cost per 5-gallon bucket of finished gel? About $5. Take your bar of soap and grate it. A regular cheese grater works perfectly. You want about 1 cup of fine shreds. They should look like grated Parmesan. Put those shreds in a saucepan with 4 cups of hot water. Set the burner on low. Stir slowly. Don't rush this. You're melting the soap into a smooth liquid, not cooking it. If it boils, you'll get a layer of foam that ruins the final texture. Just low heat and patience for about 10 minutes until every speck dissolves. While that's working, grab a clean 5-gallon bucket with a lid. Home Depot sells them for $3 or $4. Fill it halfway with the hottest tap water your sink can produce. Pour your melted soap mixture into the bucket. Add 1 level cup of washing soda. Add 1 level cup of borax. Take a long wooden spoon and stir. Within about 30 seconds, you'll feel the liquid start to change. It thickens slightly. That's the chemistry activating. The alkaline washing soda is reacting with the fatty acids in the soap, and the borax is binding to the minerals in your water. Stir for about 2 minutes, then top off the bucket with cold water until it's nearly full. Snap the lid on tight. Now here's the part Aunt Patti stressed. Walk away. Leave that bucket alone overnight. Minimum 12 hours. What happens during those hours is the magic. The mixture undergoes a phase change. It transforms from thin, cloudy liquid into a thick, pearlescent gel. When you pop that lid in the morning, you're looking at concentrated laundry detergent. Aunt Patti called it white gold. That bucket will wash roughly 300 loads of laundry. For a family of 4, that's about 1 full year. Using it is simple. Half a cup per load. Just scoop it out and drop it directly into the drum before you add clothes. If you have a front loader, put it in the detergent drawer. It dissolves instantly in any water temperature, including cold. Now let me address the questions people always ask when I show them this. Will it ruin my washing machine? No, the opposite. Modern high-efficiency washers are designed for low-sudsing detergent. Synthetic detergents add foaming agents because consumers think bubbles equal cleaning power. But suds don't clean anything, they're just air. And they clog the pressure sensors in HE machines, causing error codes and service calls. This gel is naturally low-sudsing. Your machine will actually run better. Does it work in hard water? Absolutely. That's literally why the borax is in the recipe. Hard water is the enemy of all soap. Borax softens it before your clothes ever touch it. Will my clothes smell clean? Here's where you have to unlearn what advertising taught you. Your clothes will smell like nothing. No synthetic fragrance, no mountain spring chemicals, just clean fabric. Aunt Patti used to say, clean doesn't have a smell. Perfume has a smell. Clean is the absence of smell. She was right. It took me about 2 weeks to adjust. Let's talk about why this recipe isn't common knowledge. The global laundry detergent market is worth somewhere north of $60 billion a year. Procter & Gamble alone generates over $20 billion annually from fabric and home care products. That industry depends entirely on one thing: you not knowing what's actually in the bottle and what those ingredients cost in raw form. They didn't make washing soda illegal. They didn't ban borax. You can buy both at any Walmart in the country. What they did was spend decades conditioning you to believe that laundry requires a proprietary formula developed by scientists in a lab and packaged in a brightly colored jug. The average American household spends between $350 and $500 per year on laundry detergent. Over 30 years, that's $10,000 to $15,000 on a product that is roughly 80% water, 15% synthetic fragrance, and 5% actual cleaning agents. Aunt Patti taught me to keep that money in my pocket. And somewhere back in the chain, a woman whose name nobody remembers figured it out during the hardest economic period in American history because she had no choice. That knowledge almost disappeared, replaced by marketing. Aunt Patti is gone now, but her 5-gallon bucket is still in my laundry room. Every time I scoop out a half cup of that gel, I think about that Sunday morning in her kitchen, the smell of coffee, the sound of her wooden spoon against the bucket, the way she laughed when I said it couldn't possibly work. 3 decades later, I can tell you it works. I have the bank statements to prove it. You now know what she taught me. The next time you walk down the laundry aisle and see those $20 jugs, you'll see them differently. You'll see the water. You'll see the markup. You'll see the fragrance trick for what it is. Share this with someone still paying for scented water. Subscribe if you want more of the knowledge our grandparents tried to pass down before advertising drowned them out. I'll see you in the next one.